The intentions side of the equation is something that I think we've not paid sufficient heed to over the last 10 years, to Xi Jinping's first 10 years as a dictator. He's just inaugurated a second decade in power, probably with the 20th Party Congress that wrapped up last October. Look, I think there's quite a lot of damage that could be done if Xi Jinping attempts to achieve those very grandiose aims that he's spoken about quietly for the last 10 years. Does he have the capability to achieve those aims? I don't think he is going to achieve all of those aims. The question is, what does he believe? I don't believe Vladimir Putin is going to conquer Ukraine. But the operative question, as we found out a year ago, was, what does Vladimir Putin believe? He thought he could, and this is an affliction that affects dictators all the time, especially when they've been in power a long time. The way that Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping have been in power, they start to believe their own sense of destiny. They start to believe that their ambitions are achievable, and that the United States is crumbling, and that the West is unraveling and irrevocably. We've seen moments like this in the 1930s when European autocrats came to similar views about the future of democracy, and then made their big gambits. They rolled the iron dice and tried to conquer the world, and with massively painful results and the deaths of tens of millions of people worldwide. Xi Jinping, according to our Secretary of State, and I have to believe that he would not have made this public unless he believed that he had high confidence in it. Xi Jinping is now conniving to start providing arms and ammunition to Russia to prosecute the largest war in Europe since 1945. That is a very big deal. This could be the tipping point where we see an accelerated decoupling between the West and China. And again, China and just like Vladimir Putin, they are the protagonists of this story. They're the ones who are driving events, and we are sort of in surprise reacting belatedly to the things that they're doing. So I actually commend Secretary Blinken for calling out Beijing's plans publicly. I'm strongly in favor of high-level contact between President Biden and Xi Jinping. I think it's this is the single most important channel between the two countries. Right? There used to be a lot of activity that was taking place at a working level that I think did not end up serving the strategic purpose that we hoped it would. But at the highest level, given that Xi Jinping is really the only person authorized to make decisions anymore in that society on the economy, on military matters and diplomacy, it is important for President Biden to maintain regular contact by phone and in person with Xi.